Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of June 3rd. Before we get started, let's shout out the Patreon subscribers. We have Mario Casillas, Rhett Pally Rocks, Nick Rada, and Peter Burnham. Thank you guys so much for that support. Also, been adding more stuff to the Patreon. Check it out if you want, if you're already a subscriber. Also, finally have a Discord as well. So if you're already one of the names I named, go join the Discord. And if not, you can check it out on your own time. Now, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started with what's going on this week in World of Warcraft. This week we do have the Darkmoon Fair going on. This is good for rep and, of course, experience and pets and toys and collecting and all that kind of stuff. And it's hopefully getting reworked in Midnight. We talk about it basically 2 times a month because, it goes into 2 different weeks usually. Sometimes once a month. I'm a huge proponent of it. I think it's evergreen content. I think any active online game needs evergreen content. This is something that could be that if it got updated more regularly, or even if the next update is vast enough to give people tons of stuff to do. Some of these achievements that already exist actually take some time to accomplish. We also have Dastardly Duos coming out this week, but we'll get to that in a little bit. That's the biggest thing to talk about. We have the 1,000 boat race here in 1,000 Needles. They actually added some stuff to this. This is worth doing one time if you're just a huge WoW head. You just love to play WoW a lot and you like the game. This is probably one of the mini events that's worth doing one time at least. Maybe they add something new to it, in which case maybe I'll go back and get that new thing. It's actually it's nothing big, it's nothing amazing. It's nothing to write home about, whatever. But it is actually better than a lot of the other little mini events that they do have. We also have PvP Brawl, Temple of Hot Mugu this week, and we have Timewalking as well. This is Burning Crusade Timewalking, so you can take part in the Burning Crusade dungeons, which is honestly one of my favorite Timewalkings to do. A lot of those dungeons back then were just very straightforward and kind of simple, and the nice nostalgia there for me to go back and do those. Now, the biggest thing coming out this week is this Dastardly Duos. If you don't know anything about Dastardly Duos yet, it's basically like kind of like a boss rush kind of thing. Basically, a bunch of enemies are going to come out at you slowly at first and faster as you go on. And the more stuff you kill, the more points you get. And there's lots of stuff to kill. And your points can get quite high. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, of course. I don't know exactly if there is a point cap, what the point cap is. Can you possibly kill everything, or does it infinitely come out? I don't know about that. There's tons of mechanics going on. A lot of they try to focus on things that are kind of goofy or silly mechanics because it's supposed to be fun. So it's not supposed to be terribly difficult, but there's so many mechanics going on that it might be a bit difficult over time. And then there's a podium where you can stand on and compare your scores to other people. My only hope is that it is basically infinitely scaling. I think it would be silly. Let's say the max points was 1,000,000 points, and there was 10 people standing in the same spot, and they all had 1,000,000 points. I think that's kind of lame because if there is a cap and that cap is relatively achievable, that's just going to lead to a bunch of people getting to the cap, and it takes really the point of having a point system out of it. Now, of course, there's people well, I don't want a sweaty point system at all, and I get that, but it's kind of cool if let's say a really good player has 1,000,000 points and they're oh, look at me, and then even a casual player just had grinded it so much and figured out all the ins and outs, and they have 1.3 million points or whatever. It's kind of cool, and then maybe that other player, the first player, then wants to try to get a higher score. It's oh wow, I have better gear than them. I should get a better score. I think that's kind of cool, and I think it's kind of cool to compare that stuff. It's almost like a leaderboard in a way, and I'm looking forward to it. I have low expectations but high hopes, I would say, because I don't know the difficulty of it. I don't even know if it's testable on the PTR, but I haven't tested on the PTR. I don't know how easy it is, how hard it is. I just know what I've seen from the videos that World of Warcraft's put out and any kind of posts I've seen on it and stuff like that. But I'm cautiously optimistic and hoping that it'll be a little bit fun. Because if it is, I'll sit there and spam it all and get as high a score as I can, do a guide on it, all that kind of stuff. That stuff's fun for me. We also will have Stormwind coming back in the rotation for the Horrific Visions. This will be your first chance to get the Horrific Vision 8 mask for Stormwind. Obviously, it wasn't available in week 1. If you were able to do 5 masks week 1, you were probably of a few different specs that could maybe pull that off. a lot of specs really couldn't feasibly. But now you'll be able to have full upgrades on the upgrade track thing on week 3, have that unlocked, and then go into Stormwind and be able to do, you know, however masks you need to do, probably at least 5. A lot of people will be able to do with full upgrades. But, you know, 8 masks will be available. I will do that. I will post that as well. I'll just try to make it very similar to the Ogremar 8 mask. I'll probably just play through it and kind of tell everybody what I'm thinking as I do it or something like that. That'll kind of be my plan for the Stormwind one, for the Stormwind 8 mask, and I'll get that done after, and then I will be going and doing the Dastardly Duos and figuring out the ins and outs of that and enjoying doing that as well. Not a ton of... we did get the patch date. We got the patch date. I did a video for that. June 17th is 11.1.7. We're getting a bunch more content coming then, so I have... you know, have to quickly master the Dastardly Duos and get that done with, so we can move on to this next patch and the next stuff coming out. There's a lot, the content cadence is a lot faster at the end of the patch for some reason than the beginning, which for a content creator would actually be better if it was at the beginning, because that's when even more people are playing, is at the beginning of the patch. But it is what it is. At least it's fun, right? From a non-content creator standpoint, it's actually fun just to have stuff to do. Like, I'm going to enjoy it, as long as the Dastardly Duos don't, you know, stink or whatever. I'll enjoy doing that, mastering that, and then go into this new thing, do videos about the belt and stuff like that. So I am looking forward to this time myself personally. It'll be pretty fun. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're still with me here, the Patreon, I'm trying to expand on that. You know, a lot of the posts I do, anybody can see, basically, or you can join for free or whatever. I try to do posts that anybody can see. Very few posts are like paid posts or whatever like that. Like paid member or whatever. But if you are a paid member, you can join the Discord, you get the shout outs, whatever. I am trying to push it a little bit just because I'm trying to build a community, I guess. I guess that's what I really want. When I think about what do I want out of this, I guess that would be cool if there was just a community of people who all just kind of liked World of Warcraft and kind of like just posted memes or chatted, whatever. I don't know. I think that would be cool. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's even more important, honestly. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.